Hey, I'm back. Following on from my video showing how I do Vegemite sourdough toast, I thought I'd show you how I jazz it up. Okay, so ingredients. I have Woolworths white sourdough, already sliced. We have good old trusty Vegemite. Got to be happy with that. We have butter. I've got Western Star butter today. Love it. We have an avocado. We have bigger cheese. And we have local free-range eggs. Love it. Okay, so obviously the first step is to toast the sourdough bread to make toast. That's pretty straightforward. Once again, I'm using my DeLonghi grill just because I like it crispy. And I'm making 4 slices, but I'll only present 2 on the plate. Okay, just checking on the toast. As always, we have one who's trying to run away. It's raining toast. Okay, that's still very pale. However, I do like to flip it so that they both have stripes. So I'm turning it over and I'll cook this for an extra 3 minutes or so until it's nice and golden. Thank you very much. Okay, just checking the toast again. Still a little bit pale, so we'll leave it for another minute or so. Okay, so my toast is how I want it now. So I'll just turn the grill off, obviously, so we're not wasting power. And I will butter my toast. Okay, so buttering the toast, obviously while it's hot, to help the butter absorb. As always, looks like a lot of butter, possibly is a lot of butter. I love butter. Butter's good. Okay, doesn't have to be perfect, but try and make it as good as possible. So once the toast is buttered to your degree of how you like it, we then, as quick as possible, get the Vegemite, the star of the show. Actually, I think the egg is the star of the show, but they all have their place. Okay, Vegemite, not too much, possibly a little bit less than what I do if I'm just having Vegemite on sourdough, because you want to be able to taste the other ingredients, like on a pizza. Okay, last slice. Once again, it smells amazing. I love the smell of toast with Vegemite and butter. And there we have that step completed. Okay, next step is to get the avocado ready to smash onto the toast. So, we have an avocado, hopefully the knife sharp. One of my viewers helpfully suggested putting a tea towel or paper towel under the chopping block so it doesn't slip, because I have a tendency to slice my hands. So we just run that around as close to the center as possible, and then twist, comes off, twist the seed out, very slimy, gross, and voila, we have 2 halves of avocado. I won't obviously use a whole avocado, so the other one I'll put some juice on and put in a Ziploc bag. So scooping out the avocado as close to the edge as possible. Now, Aussies are renowned for our smashed avo. which was invented in Sydney, and try and get as much as possible. Obviously don't try and scrape the peel because it is a bit bitter, like the pith of an orange. And done. Okay, so that's not all going on the one piece of toast. Alright, now I said I'd put the remaining avocado in a Ziploc bag. However, these great little airtight food savers are available at Woolworths, probably Coles as well, and they're great for tomato, onion and avocado. Voila. Put that in the fridge. Hi fridge. Okay, so I've separated the avocado into roughly equal amounts, and we just smash that. Now, avocado isn't renowned for its taste, but it's one of those great foods that make everything good. Adds a nice creamy texture. Sometimes it's a bit stubborn, like me. And this one's been particularly stubborn today. Get with the program. Okay, so once we've put the avocado on the toast, we are then ready to prepare our eggs. Okay, so I've put a little bit of butter in the fry pan. I'm going to be doing the eggs now. Crack the egg. Hope it works well. Now, this is the first time I've actually tried the eggs from this local producer, but I'm sure they're going to be amazing. And as always, my egg cracking is pretty bad, but we'll get there. Twice for luck. Possibly could have used a bigger fry pan, but they all fit in there nice and cozy, as I did in my first video. I steamed my eggs, which is basically just putting the lid on and letting the moisture from the eggs condense and fall back down, so you get a nice crispy bottom but still soft like a poached egg. Okay, so my eggs are still cooking. For anyone in the Riverina area, the place I got the eggs from is on Vincent Road. They also do pumpkin as well. So a dozen eggs was $7. I'm not sure if they do FPOS. I paid by cash, but the gentleman is really nice, so I recommend trying them out. It's a lot easier, especially with egg shortages at the moment, to just support local business. Alright, my eggs should be ready in about a minute or so, so I'll come back when it's done. Okay, so the eggs are cooked to my liking, and we gently put them on top of the sourdough. I'm very excited to try these eggs. A little bit stubborn. Now, I like my yolks runny. I think it's just the way I was brought up. There's not much butter left. It's all absorbed into the egg, so I can't actually dribble it over the top like I normally would. And the last flourish will be the cheese, which I'll do in a second. Okay, one ingredient I always use is my Tuscan seasoning. Love it, can't go without it. I'm not going to put sumac on it just because it's going to compete with the Vegemite. So just Tuscan for the spice, and we just sprinkle that on. Not too much, you don't want to overpower it. and that looks pretty nice. And then the cheese. Once again, this is my favourite grated cheese. I do actually normally use Cracker Barrel cheese if I'm making toasties, but this is pretty good. You don't want too much cheese, just a light sprinkling. Now, it may not melt. It's not important, it's just for a bit of extra taste and texture. And I'm pretty happy with that. I hope you like it. Any feedback is welcome. If you like it, please like. If you'd like to subscribe, please do so. And I'll see you in the next time. Have a good night from Augur.